Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Han from Group 3, and it's my pleasure to be here today to present question 1. The next slide, please. Okay. Uh, Knowledge of financial accounting versus management accounting. Which one will be more necessary for a chief accountant? First of all, a chief accountant must have knowledge and experience in financial accounting to make financial statement comply with legal requirement provided mainly to external party. However, due to the growth of globalization, a chief accountant not plays a significant role not only in compliance but also in the effectiveness of business. Moreover, no. Moreover, management accounting is used to provide report to the internal party. If the financial accounting require high accuracy, management accounting prioritize the timeliness because they is an essential basis for making decision, improving the operational efficiency and achieving strategic goals, therefore thereby affecting the success and failure of this company. Therefore, in order to promote the role of a chief accountant effectively in general and act as an advisor to the board of directors in particular, a chief accountant is required to have knowledge of both financial and management accounting. And the next question will be answered by Chinh.
Next slide, please. Before presenting, I would like to emphasize that during entire case study, we assume that the company strategy is the product differentiation. About the recommendation A, why this may seem like a viable option, but there are significant disadvantages. Firstly, when using alternative material could compromise the quality of our product and could lead to the loss of reputation and negatively affect our customer base. And additionally, our worker may not be familiar with this material and can be increased in products error. Furthermore, when using with the new material, the longevity can be different and the storage cost increase too. For this reason, we should not implement this option unless we can guarantee the quality of the replacement material. While reducing product cost is an important goal, we must also consider about the potential risk and cost associated with this option. The cost of testing sample supply to ensure quality problem could be added up, and the profit and the trend of profit is fluctuation depending on how well customer accept the product made from new material. In conclusion, the risk of loss of customer, loss of reputation, increase in inventory, and decrease in revenue due to adverse effect may be resolved. And next back him will present.
Okay, with the second recommendation, we found that the reduction employee salary have some disadvantages. Like firstly, employee motivation and performance may decrease because reduction salary make the employee feel that there is not enough money to cover their living expenses. Besides, it may happen that a skilled worker may leave the company and thereby affecting the quality of product. So in the long run, when the company's order are stable, the company will have to spend money on recruiting and retraining new employment. Secondly, according to Labor Code 2019, when the company wants to reduce employee salary, they need an agreement between parties. So reducing workers' wage is not easy to implement. About limiting overtime, we found that this has some advantage. Firstly, limiting overtime can reduce salary costs but have little negative impacts on employee psychology. And secondly, reducing limited overtime can have company reduce other costs like electricity costs, operating costs of machinery or equipment. And besides, because there are not many order right now, so the company can reducing the overtime of worker. So with the above reason, we believe that the company shouldn't reduce wage, but should only limit overtime due to no order. And in the case the company follow this recommendation, in the short term, labor costs will decrease, profits will increase, but in the long term, recruitment and training costs will increase, and profits will decrease. And the company will have to face the risk of reducing employee satisfaction, loss of skilled labor, and reduced quality of product. And next, Ben will continue my presentation.
And the following is suggestion C. In this suggestion, we will save cost thereby investing in other business activity. And because of the small number of the order, the output to be produced is low. And the research machinery operate in less than usual, resulting in less depreciation and damage. Therefore, it is possible to delay the maintenance periods. And so with this recommendation, my team agreed to implement this option, but shouldn't delay too long to avoid affecting the life of the machinery. And the next, about the impact on cost, profits, and risk. My team have following comments. In the short term, repair cost decrease, contributing to improved profits, and the risk in machinery may be damaged unexpectedly. Next slide, please. Finally, is suggestion D. With this suggestion, brand will slew a number of potential customers in forest market and black brand recognition both at home and abroad. Therefore, with this recommendation, my team advise not to limit the foreign market fashion show because the promotion of products is related to sales activity and also it demands activity of the machinery. And the next about the impact on cost, profits, and risk. If the option is implemented, selling cost will be reduced and profit maybe can change up or down due to not marketing to potential customer. And the next part will be presented by Nguyễn, Kiến, Thức.
The company have the positive profit at the end of the year, and for the purpose of evaluating the performance of each division, our teams recommend to you the departmental report analysis method. And you can see that departmental report is a tool for evaluating performance of profit centers and the responsibility of managers. And departmental report is the income statement in the form of contribution margin and expenses. In this report, clarifies to controllable costs and uncontrollable costs, and general expenses in this report that are not directly related to the departments are not allocated to those departments. Next slide, please. And by analyzing the departmental reports, we can evaluate the performance of long-term and short-term profitability, and also we can it's possible to evaluate the performance of the departmental managers by the controllable departmental balance. And that's all our presentation. And we are group 3, proud to be chief accountants for a day. Thank you for your listening. Thank you.
First of all, I would like to give a compliment for your presentation. This is a good presentation. It's a summary of the topic, and most of information, important information, record. Yeah, and now this is the question that I give to you. In your opinion, in this day, the role of the chief accountant get closer and closer to the role of the chief of finance officer. And you got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Why? Do you need one more time?
I got it.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for your question. Please, for the next question.
My question is, if you are the chief accountant and you receive the 4 recommendations from the departments, but you all refuse, so what if all the directors think, oh, the chief accountant always refuse, every recommendation is refused, right? So I want to help you. So please recommend one recommendation from the accounting department with the procurement department to improve the situation. I mean that the procurement department want to reduce the product cost, right? Yeah. So you are the accounting department. You do the costing, right? So please have them some suggestion to reduce the cost rather than replace the material. Yeah, thank you.
Now the last question, please.
Hello. I have a question to you. Do you think that managerial accounting can be applied to service? Yes. If yes, why? And if no, why? Thank you.
Can you repeat it again?
This is quite simple. Do you think that the managerial accounting can be applied to the services company? If yes, why? And if no, why?
CFO and chief accountant are the 2 most important positions in the operation of each business, ensuring the financial stability. These are 2 positions that are closely related to each other at work. Although in SME, the chief accountant often takes on the role of CFO, but the 2 positions have some difference. About the chief accountant size, manage accounting system, the goal of maximum cost saving for business, and at the same time monitor and climate-ready policies for customers and suppliers. Manage the accounting system, go into detail in operation and the accounting system. Chief accountants summarize information from all departments in the company to form financial indicator. And about the finance director, but we say it.
Finance director based on the accounting report to decide the optimal production and business plan, and at the same time analyze the market situation to make a reasonable investment. manager in financial resources, capture information from accounting and build a financial control system. The CFO use financial indicator from combination with analytical mentor and tools such as quantification, statistics, and evaluation to make the financial statement and plan financial strategy. And next, Hằng will we answer the second question.
I'm here to answer the question 2 from Miss G. As my team suggestion, we have 4 recommendations for procurement team. The first is renegotiate with current supplier to get lower price. Secondly, finding more suppliers that meet the same standard of product quality to ensure company buy at the best price. Thirdly, it prefer buying material from domestic supplier to cut export tax and transportation costs. And finally, is change inventory management strategy to GAT model to cut the holding cost. And next, my teammate will answer the question 3. Before that, my team would like to clarify the service company is a type of company or is a consulting service.
Service companies in general, but it could be an audit firm, an accounting firm, a law firm, blah blah blah.
Okay, thank you.
Our answer is yes, management accounting can be applied to service company just as it can be applied to a manufacturing company. Because in fact, management accounting is a crucial tool for service company that want to remain competitive and profitable. And the second, service company, like any other type of business, they need to track their cost, revenue, and profits in order to make decisions about pricing, resource allocation, and investment. So management accounting will provide a tool to do this effectively.
And I will give an example. Service company makes use the management accounting techniques such as activities based on the costing to allocate cost to the specific services, or they make you variance analysis to identify areas where costs are exceeding expectations. They may also use the budgeting and forecasting techniques to plan for the future route and ensure that resources are being used effectively. Thank you. And that's all my answer. Thank you.